Oh man, we almost made it through that last video. We are so close to the end. That's disappointing. But remember, we had already found what was going on the inside. We said that the cosine of 5 pi over 3 was 1/2. So now we want to stick 1/2 into the cosine inverse. We are, again, because it's cosine, we're only allowed to look on this interval on the unit circle, and that's the top part of the unit circle, and we're looking for where cosine is positive 1/2. Well, it's positive 1/2 here at pi over 3. Over here at 2 pi over 3, it's negative 1/2. So we're looking for this angle measure of positive pi over 3. So we have to be careful when we're dealing with trig functions. Remember, we said if we take any function and compose it with its inverse function, it maps us back to where we start. Well, what we've got to consider here, this is not going to be 5 pi over 3, and the reason that it's not is because that angle measure is not in the restricted domain of cosine that we had to restrict in order to be 1-to-1. So we have to look for an equivalent angle in this interval. One thing I would remind you too, just right here before we get to the end of the lesson, we can have y equals the cosine inverse of x, and that can equivalently be written as y equals the arc cosine of x. So when you see arc, arc sine, arc cosine, arc tangent, it is equivalent. It's just an alternate way that we write the inverse function. So that's it. I mean, we were extremely close to the end of that lesson when I got cut off, but now we've finished it. Come to class next time. We'll work a lot of analytic problems on sine and cosine inverse. We won't be doing any graphing. We'll just be doing like the last few slides we're doing, using the unit circle and finding the inverse of sine and cosine. So come to class and we'll work some homework on that.